Stars and Summit Trophy. Sereb Netravalkar gets us underway, and there's runs immediately through the offside.
Towers.
That's a beautiful straight drive, so elegant, and you can already see Nepal enjoying being on a different kind of batting surface to the one in King. Driven very pleasingly through the offside. It's going to be a boundary. That one will race away to the larger side of the ground.
Called just prior to the T20 World Cup.
Pulled away, little agricultural, and I'm not altogether sure as to how much over the head of Aaron Jones it was. And oh dear. Use of the feet down the ground, and it's going to be the first maximum. Possibly the first of many. It's a full flourish from...
Very experienced.
It's better for Asif Sheikh. Finally gets one out of the screws. Did have to come across the line of the ball, but that's to the shorter side, so good thinking. Games where Oman were bowled out for 82. It was difficult batting conditions. They're thinking about the single, but they're not going to get it because this is being given. And Ali Khan is revving.
Too short on this occasion, and getting down underneath to sweep this very fine. Teasing Netravalkar all the way to the rope. It's going to be a boundary for... Heaved out to deep mid-wicket. It's going to go wide of Jahangir. One bounce four into the Nepal dugout, giving the 10th. Bullseye! Harmy rattles the stumps. Pumps his fist. Okay. Bullseye. Nash. Gets the... Goes big. And he's going to clear. Jesse Singh it long on. That is a huge six on the deepest side of the ground. Back of the length. And beats Mukamala, sliding across a deep backward square. Left
point and third man come inside the ring.
Goes reverse. Bullseye! Harmy hits the stumps for a second time tonight. He tried to get two advantage.
In time or not. As Dipender Singh Airi, well, quite stunning. That is the stroke of the day. The 100's come up. It's the stroke of the series thus far. Innovation. Oh, an exceptional innovation. It's not going to be 6, but it will be 4. We were just talking about how he likes to ramp and scoop.
In front of those home fans.
And the crowd are getting into it. They were chanting, Rohit, 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 as Singh ran up. He delivers a boundary, probably not where he wanted, with the shorter leg side boundary. Oh, that is extraordinary. The quality of innovation from Rohit Powdell. We saw him scoop 1 for 6 in King City. This out Rohit, they're on their feet. It's edge towards Ali Khan, but it's over his head. Make it a trio, a trifecta of boundaries. 4, 4, 4. Good fast hands from Airi. It's an area that he favours, and it's another misfield. And almost every single fan.
Just talk about that moment, Lenny.
Right into the slot and hammered away for 4. It's a big over. Ali Khan's gone the distance. In his final one, he goes for 50. They're now chanting Rohit, Rohit again. Hammered away over the head of the man. It's a maximum, and they're dancing in the stands here in Grand Prairie. One of their favorites. A whip into the offside, protection out there and taken. That's the disparity in the boundary lengths. You can see it there, fast ball straight down the ground. And he may well have snuck off from his very first delivery. He has. Netravalkar was convinced, Karen KC a little less so, and after what seemed like an age, the finger does go up. Caught behind and gone for a golden duck as Aditya Gajar does get the finger up, albeit it took a little while to do so.
Yeah, that was an interesting passage of play, wasn't it? Netravalkar was convinced. Is that a little deflection? Has it just come off? I think it has. And you can see Nether Valker straight away was asking for it on the top edge to get through to the keeper.
Carved away by Arif. Straight shake, but straight to the man. And well held by Shaihan Jahangir. It's a late.
Trying to figure it out in the death.
Now the question is this out? It is, because we're not in a great position. It's Boldham's. It's Powdle, 2 away from 50. Gets it down towards long off. Now Dackel's going to try run the second. Powdle's really going to have to go to get home, and he's going to be run out just short of what would have been yet another T20 I-50. Selfless cricket from the captain. There's been an absolute collapse of wickets. We have seen 5 wickets fall in the last 7 balls, remarkably. Absolute carnage for the scorers. We think the score is 164 for 9, but we're not altogether certain.
Not altogether certain. What we are certain about?
5 to win. We're all set. Here we go. Now, one thing to watch out for, and the reason why Nepal are opening the bowling from that, Scotland come into play in that triangular series. As Mukamala chips it up towards Rohit Powdle, who takes the catch to send Nepal's fans into euphoria. Keeper comes up to the stumps, Asif Sheikh. Bowls him! Bowls him, bowls him, bowls him! And Dakal goes through, and Nepal have 2.
That was at night.
Now that is not the right line. It's flicked away all the way for 6. It's a good stroke to the shorter side, and House finally gets himself
1 loose over.
Flicked away again. Going to be back-to-back boundaries. The exact same part of the ground, this time along the ground, not in the air, and it's 10 runs. Wide of the crease this time. It certainly has been a chance for Dipender Singh Airi. Given! And Jones cannot believe it. Away from its inception, the minor league journey. And this is flicked away, and it's going to be 4. Nothing that Arif Sheikh could do. A low full toss. And that's not going to help Sampal Kami's mood. Maybe he could be used quite a lot in this series. Now, massive boundary out there, but House is so good on the pull. He picks it up all the way for 6. I think we're going to have a lost ball. Bowler. And he's got a wicket from his very first ball. House, having done all the hard work, simply gives it away.
Off cutters just changed the game for these 2 bats.
It's a good stroke down the ground, and it's going to be, well, a much needed boundary. They were crying out for that, weren't they? And
straight down the ground.
That's a dominant stroke, this time on the front foot, coming down the track, the largest part of the ground, and even Dipender Singh Airi can't get with a direct hit or the deflection. As this one's thudded down the ground, Powdle's not going to get there. 4 more to the total. The chase very much on. It's game on in Grand Prairie.
You gave Milind Kumar that life. You didn't go. That's an outside edge, but it's going to fly over. That third man fielder, he's been active. That third man region of the ground. We saw it in the first innings off the bat of Rohit Powdle.
Using that boundary, big boundary to his advantage.
That's straight. And the number 2 all-rounder in the world strikes straight away. And the Nepalis love it. Andrew Leonard. Same success in international cricket. And this could be close. The Tiger roars. He's got the left-hander, Dipender Singh Airi. Welcome with the ball. And how about this? Very, very straight down the ground. Work to be done. Won't be able to do it. Jahangir's still in the middle. He's USA's last sliver of hope. And he delivers a much injury that he picked up. Just seems to have gone away. That was nearly a 3rd wicket. It'll be a rather insulting boundary for Dipender Singh Airi. Probably deserved. That's hit straight and long enough. Jesse Singh's given a little bit of life to USA. He has this ability. We've seen it in minor league cricket. That's hit high and handsome. That's the biggest 6 of the day. Shaihan Jahangir, welcome to the party. And USA will still believe.
6 boundaries off the last 7 balls.
Went for it again. This one will run away through fine leg. a touch of fortune as Shahin Jahangir brings up a half century and a much needed one here for the USA.
Well, in a different situation, you might see Shahin Jahangir celebrating wildly right now.
5 6s. And there's the guarantee. It'll be 4 runs, but it's not what the USA needed. It'll mean Nepal will carry it out, but Jesse Singh. Well, Peter, did you just speak too soon? That could be out. It is. It's just to look at the height. And no, hand stay down. And Jahangir gets it on the full. And very nearly wicket number 4 for Irie. It'll be a 6 to close things off. A good day for Shahin Jahangir comes to an end, but it's a day that belongs to Nepal and all the Nepali fans in attendance. They see their team win this first matchup of the Stake Stars and Summit Trophy 2024.
That's the first slice of luck that hasn't really gone Dipender Singh Irie's way.
Brilliant as always. And it was Dipender Singh Irie's 3 wickets for 27 runs. He did it with the bat as well. Rohit Baldo with the bat can't go understated. 49 runs, and Nepal, they win by those 17 runs to open up this series and take a 1